Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Today we have a very cool submission from Okori1 and you're seeing a couple of Volt Switch users square off here in the lead for battle number 1. It's going to be Raichu, Clefable, and Togekiss. Raichu, a Pokemon you don't see too often in the Go Battle League. Of course, his pre-evolution Pikachu is the mascot of Pokemon, the most popular Pokemon in the world, maybe the most popular just character in the world in general. Raichu sometimes goes overlooked, but it is the evolution of Pikachu, and it reaches level 50 in the Ultra League, so it can really take full advantage of its bulk and its potential. We're going to see how it does with Togekiss and Clefable, who received that Meteor Mash buff this season. Here we go. Raichu, double Fairy. Fairies, of course, weak to Steel types. Raichu with that electric typing. Or sorry, that electric, what am I talking about? That electric typing, gonna resist steel damage, good against steel types. Something like a Steelix could be pretty terrible for this team, but if that happens, yeah, sometimes you just have to accept you're gonna be weak to something. And here we go. In the lead, the Trailblaze coverage, gonna help Raichu ramp up a little bit here and try to win this matchup against Ampharos, its fellow electric counterpart. Uh-oh. In comes a Hippo. This is not good. So we immediately swap into Togekiss, just playing aggressive, not giving them too much free energy. Aura Sphere gets shield, and this Shadow Hippo does have access to Rock Weather Ball, so we may want to shield to get off our next. No, we're just going to let Togekiss go down, okay? This is a lot for Clefable to overcome. Maybe we try to get to that Trailblaze? No. We just come in with Clefable. But Meteor Mash being only 5 fairy wins now is so fast, so spammy. Meteor Mash doesn't quite do enough to knock out. I think if this is just a Weather Ball, we can take this, but we're going to shield. Okay, we shield the Weather Ball. Oh, are they going to give us a farm? Oh, nice counting. Phenomenal catch. Phenomenal catch on Raichu, recognizing they overfucked earlier. Oh, baby. And now it's not over. This could come down to this call right here, because I don't know if we can get to double Moonblast before getting knocked out, but oh my god. Huge bait call here. Huge bait, and it gets shielded. And now we're going to reach the Moonblast. Is it enough to knock out, though? This Malamar's still quite healthy. Moonblast, bang! It does knock out Clefable. Gonna force the top left. That's one of those games where it felt like we were kind of behind the whole time. Felt like we were in a tough position. But Clefable said, relax, bro. I got this. Calm down. All right, Clefable. All right, Clefable. I knew this was going to happen, by the way. I knew this was going to be a video where I wanted to highlight Raichu. But Clefable might steal the show here. Clefable, so strong. In a great matchup here against Giratina, and a nice job coming in with the Clefable. Like, honestly, I'm so used to Togekiss from previous seasons running Charm. Like, I could see myself, if I like was trying out this team, just like mindlessly swapping Togekiss, and that's not even that good of a matchup. So nice job coming with the Clefable here. Shadow Sneak, not too efficient of an attack. Clefable takes it quite well. Comes out with a ton of energy. And this is a little bit awkward. Like, we don't really want to give up Switch here, but we are going to surrender a big farm down to this Empoleon. Oh, but we get to another Moonblast. That's big. Because now we can actually do significant damage, where we can probably just Volt Switch this down. I think, okay, going to shield once. I would lean towards letting the first one go, because they might, like, throw and dip. Yeah, now we're behind shields. This is kind of awkward. Togekiss really nowhere to go right now. So we're going to have to find a spot for it to be useful. We can take a Weather Ball, right? Maybe throw the Wild Charge and then get out? Or are we going to keep Trailblazing? No, Wild Charge. Guarantee the shield or big damage. Wild Charge gets the final shield. The problem is this Ninetales isn't really an Aura Sphere range, but I guess it's getting close. Oh, we're going to let the Weather Ball go. Interesting. And now we go for the double up, okay? Or do we just get the Peck down here? Maybe we just get the Peck down? Peck, dude. Peck OP. Double Aura Sphere. Wow. GG. Didn't it seem like that Weather Ball didn't do as much as you'd expect? I feel like that Weather Ball didn't do as much as I expected it, but maybe because we're in the Ultra League. I feel like in the Great League that would have done insane damage. But Ultra League, things powered up a little bit more, usually a little bit bulkier. I've always said that, and it makes sense, right? They reach a higher stat product, they take things better, but someone once in the comments disagreed with me. They're like, Rise, things don't get bulkier as you power them up. They're the same. Like, stat. I don't know what they were. What was that? What was that person? What was that one hater from probably like 2 years ago in the comments suggesting? Because I'm just going like anecdotally, and also they are a higher stat product when you power them up more. But for example, like a Drapion, right? Like if you throw an Earth power at a Drapion in the Great League, it's probably just going to get one shot from full health versus if it's like a, I don't know, a Nidoqueen on the Drapion in the Ultra League, like it might live that Earth power in the Ultra League. You know what I mean? So let me know, was the comments person like did they have a logical point they were trying to make, or were they just being a hater? I don't know. Clefable. Very cute, I would say. Would you say Clefable's cute? I think it is. Meteor Mash. Clefable, it's a little waddle. Grabs the shield. Are we going to shield and go for a farm down, or save it for something else? We're going to save it for Togekiss. Oh, yikes. And this is a Pokemon that is very problematic. I won't say it's over yet, though, right? Because if we have energy on Raichu, that could come in handy. And that Aura Sphere did, like, decent damage. Stunfisk now is a Pokemon that has to be, like, a hundo. Because it doesn't even get to 2,500. So I would say Stunfisk is probably a better Great League Pokemon than it is an Ultra League Pokemon. But certainly has play. Oh, he lets us double up. We double up on Toge. We swap. Oh, they gave us free farm? I think we still lose, though, because Mud Bomb should knock out, and then it's not quite in Aura Sphere range. Yeah. Not quite in Aura Sphere range. It's Stunfisk too bulky. The Pancake. Flat Stanley. Lots of nicknames for Stunfisk. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys have any funny nicknames you call your Pokemon? What's your funniest nickname? Or your weirdest one? Or your most, I don't know, your favorite one? Raichu into Goodra. Tough lead, but we have two fairies, so probably going to pivot here. Oh, I don't like that we're... Okay, I guess that's fine. Build a little energy could be useful for later. Oh, and they counter swap their own Toge. Now, if I was the opponent, especially if they're running Thunder Punch, I would have definitely thrown one here first. But maybe they're running like Aqua Tail Draco or something, and they decided just to save the energy. But now you can't really guarantee switch if you're the opponent. And if our boy here, Okori, takes back switch and gets Clefable on Goodra, that's really good. And that's exactly what we're going to do. He could like go for a Goodra combo play here since he lost switch anyway, but no, just lets it go down. Oh my god, comes in with Licky Licky. But this is not comfortable at all. You have to shield the Aura Sphere. You get to another Aura Sphere because Toge is so fast. Little Speed Demon. Speed Fairy. Speed Angel. And now we come in with Raichu since we know that there's a Goodra in back, and we're in just a pretty comfortable position here, honestly. Even if we get, like, combo played, we just let this go, in my opinion. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. Shields the Aqua Tail. That way we bank a Wild Charge. We catch an Aqua Tail in the process. Now, Goodra should outpace us here to another Aqua Tail, but that should be totally fine. And then we can even overfarm. And if we overfarm, that may allow the opponent to switch out. Oh, they're running Power Whip. They unveil it there. They may switch out. Nope, not quite. Meteor Mash coming through. Should nearly knock out. Does knock out. And then a Moonblast here. I like that we're just throwing after two. Get it off right away, because this probably puts it into Wild Charge range. Yeah. Moonblast. Wild Charge. Two very hard-hitting attacks. Licky's got to throw like a Shadow Ball here. I don't think Body Slam's even enough. And we've got the Wild Charge banked. Nice job by the opponent playing to the win condition, because they doubled up there. So they had probably Shadow Ball plus Body Slam, or maybe even two Shadow Balls. I wasn't counting, really. But Nice job by them, like, playing to the win condition. On to the next one. Let's go, baby. Okori. Okay. To my fellow football/soccer fans, Okori rings a bell. I think it's the name of like a famous soccer player or footballer. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing being an American that has like, you know, I don't know how to phrase this. An American that like I know has like a global football viewpoint, because a lot of Americans would just say soccer without even thinking about it. But I feel weird about it, knowing that the vast majority of the world calls it football, and we're like one of the few places that calls it soccer. So I like always think about it. I feel like, especially since I know there's people watching this that are from around the world. I think about 50% of my audience is American and 50% from elsewhere. I just feel like I have to specify, you know, versus just straight up calling it soccer. But anyway, the point I was trying to make was Okori. Wasn't that the name of like a famous footballer? Or is it like Okor? I want to say like a Danish center back, defender. Let me know how wrong or right I am in the comments. Football fans. Raichu. Against a shiny Articuno. How cool. Two Kanto legends squaring off. One being a legendary, one just being a legend of the game. And Togekiss now against Poliwrath. Good matchup here. Of course, Psyshock super effective, going to land, and I think we're in a pretty commanding position. Don't really need to shield anything here. Even an Icy Wind. Super effective, but not going to do enough. We have the Aura Sphere loaded. I like the patience. Understanding, like, if they were to throw right away, it wouldn't really matter. So we're just going to stick to our good timing here. Let's say they throw right away. We can probably just let it go, get to another wild charge, and win that way. So nice recognition of, like, sometimes it's important just to throw immediately to make sure you get off the move first. But sometimes you don't need to throw the move first. Like, you're better off sticking to that good timing. And Okori recognized that. Sonic Death, scary sounding name. Raichu into Feraligatr. They swap into a Crustle. Ooh, interesting. I haven't seen much Crustle in Ultra League. But I like the pick. Crustle's cool. Oh, lands the big wild charge. Now, you do have to be a little bit concerned with Rock Wrecker here. It's a very hard-hitting attack. It's a clone of Blast Burn. And the awkward thing here is we are going to be forced to throw energy, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. You'd rather... Oh, and we actually get a shield. Probably worth the shield, right? Because we can farm down. Maybe they aggressively swap here. Yeah, they don't want to give us that farm down. And I kind of like this play from the opponent, personally. Because if you surrender that big Fairy Wind down, you're just in such a tough spot. They do kind of lock themselves in a bad situation here, so that's not ideal, but... Maybe it's the lesser of two evils. Raichu gets this nasty Volt Switch down. Crustle is still around, however, so we have to be a little bit concerned with the catch. And it's Cresselia. Ooh, and I think they might have lagged a turn. So they missed a confusion there. That's unfortunate. I kind of like these Trailblazes. Just because... If they shield the wild charge, you give them the opportunity to farm us down. And then we swap in Togekiss here. They're forced to expend Moonblast. Cresselia is going to wall our energy, but beautiful patience on display. Ooh, if this is Moonblast, it might knock out, which could be a little awkward, but wait, no. We just get to a wild charge. We're fine. Yeah. Bulky Crest may hang on here, though. This could get a little bit awkward. Oh, wow. That was actually pretty close. That was actually pretty close, because they may have just reached that Grass Knot as they went down. So, close one there. Before I started recording this, I lost a game in the Go Battle League that kind of reminded me of, where I literally, like, had two moves in the end and I waited. And if I just like didn't wait for the catch, I would have won. If I just like threw my moves instantly back to back. Those are always the most frustrating ones. Am I the only one that's been there? Am I the only one? Are you like, guys, Rise, I've never lost a game that way. That's so embarrassing. Let me know if I'm the only one or not. Raichu. Looking very adorable. Oh, yikes. We aggressively swap into Togue to not surrender a farm down. But in doing so, now we're locked in a pretty bad matchup. But they do Trailblaze us, signifying they're probably running Brutal Swing Trailblaze. And now we should reach double Aura Sphere, which is pretty nice, because this may even grab a Protect Shield. But this is a boosted Ampharos that still has a shield, has a lot of energy. So this is not very comfortable. We don't have an obvious way to get rid of this. Oh, but this is big. So personally, the opponent, I think, should have thrown immediately there, because allowing the CMP almost forces them to use their last shield. Otherwise, they could have forced one from us first. And now we're going to shield Raichu. Might even be worth the shield just to get rid of this. Okay, never mind. Gonna let it go. If we can get away with just shielding once. Oh! We get an opportunity to just throw the Meteor Mash and get rid of this. Perfect. And we're behind. We have a shield. Oh, beautiful. We just win. Good matchup here. You paste the same as Florges to its debuff/buff move if it's running Trailblaze. And Meteor Mash, super effective. Should probably two-shot even with the Chilling Water debuff. Let's see how much this does. Bang. Yeah. Probably does like a good 70% without the debuff. So with the debuff, still around half. A little over half it looked like. And Clefable's pretty comfortable here. I think saving the shield just for a little bit of a... Oh, no, wait. We did use the shield. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm just making stuff up. Here we go. Should be at least 2, maybe 3 more battles. Next one. Raichu into Florges. Gorgeous Florges. And just going to let the Chilling Water most likely go through here. Because of Florges' ability to outpace Raichu, this one feels a little bit more awkward. I like that we're throwing Wild Charge here, because since we're debuffed, they may be less likely to shield, and a Trailblaze really wouldn't do that much. Wild Charge connects. Oh, and the quick swap into Togekiss. Keep in mind, since we're running this double fairy team, it is a type of ABB style team where you do want to lure out the Empoleon if it's there, or other steel types. So luring this out is nice because you can get an Aura Sphere off, and now it's more manageable for Raichu to get rid of. Opponent overfarmed slightly. Could have done at least one more. I'm actually not entirely sure who wins that chart attack priority. It might be IV dependent. And I like this decision to Trailblaze immediately. Not give them a chance to pull a shield off us. Now we still have both of our shields. Oh, baby. And what a dominant matchup for Clefable here. And the opponent is out of here. He's out of here. Where are you going? Shout out Chris Smooth. Shout out Chris Smooth. Here we go. Rafa. We're playing Rafael Nadal. Casual Go Battle League player. Could you imagine if it was actually him? Togekiss. Safe swap. Now they do get to Glaciate first, which is not ideal, because now they're probably just going to swap out after this into a Gator. Okay. Okay. The opponent seems to be in a pretty good situation here, so we're going to have to hope that Clefable can, like, core break. Because we can't even really farm this down, you know, without having to eat a Hydro Cannon. So are we going to shield this? We really need to hope 2 Volt Switches KOs. If 2 Volt Switches KO, that's good. And, okay, they do. Maybe even throw a move. Oh, they come in with Dirge. What? Huh? What? I don't understand this play. They even call the Trailblaze as well. Okay, now I like that we're baiting again, because now it's a lot tougher for them to no-shield. Oh my god, they do it again. But wait, we might be okay. We might be okay, because we've just got... What is happening? Why did they throw Blast Burn? Did they not have a cheaper attack than Blast Burn? Or they must be running Blast Burn Shadow Ball. Oh. Interesting. Let's see how much Glaciate does. I don't think it does enough to two-shot, right? I don't think it's that strong. Yeah. So we might be okay here. We just need to get to double mash, not allow a catch. And I think the Dirge is still one away from a move. So as long as we avoid the catch, we might be fine. Oh, they catch. They catch. But wait, we're full undercharge. We're double debuffed. It doesn't even knock out. Oh my god. Oh, Corey, what a play. The full undercharge, double debuffed resisted Meteor Mash did like nothing. It did like 2% to the Skeledirge, and we come out with the move and get the win. Oh my gosh, that was nice. That would have been a perfect battle to end it on, but I think we still have one more. Bonus battle. Man, we should have ended with that one. That would have been a grand finale of sorts. 2240, pretty solid elo. Honestly, I'm in like the high 2400s right now, so not that far behind me, and he's only ranked 17. Raichu into Licky Licky. Here we go, the final battle. It's the final battle. They just threw an alignment, didn't they? After 4, letting a full free Volt Switch. Yeah, throwing after 1 here. I don't mind this because even though it's not optimal timing, quote unquote, you get it off before they get their next move off. And then we catch. And once again, this opponent not really playing optimally. No reason for them to really throw immediately there because they can simply do one rollout and get off their attack before Raichu anyway, if Raichu were to stay in. Okay, we're just going to let this go. If it's a Hydro, maybe we still get there. Oh, not even close. Wow, did a lot. Super effective Trailblaze. Gator might hang on, but you would think they shield it. Oh, they don't. Okay, I'm just calling everything wrong this game. And it's a Dragalgian back. Now, I would assume we're just going to win here, but they do have access to Sludge Bomb potentially. But we call an Aqua Tail Bay because we're just a savage. We are just a savage. Plus, they might not even be running Sludge Bomb. And a very dominant win with Clefable there in the end. This felt like the Raichu Clefable like duo. Very nicely done. Okori gets a little Lapras as a reward. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shout out to Okori for the submission. If you did enjoy, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, comment down below. All your comments are appreciated. They help out the YouTube algorithm. And all that said, thank you once again for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.